Wait, all this really has been just a preamble
Absolutely.
to talk about killers.
Oh, we so want to talk about Killers. There it is. What a poster. I love that one sheet. Love that
great.
one sheet. It's so original. That's incredibly original. I mean, for a Katherine Heigl movie, I've never seen a one sheet like
What?
What? But wait a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Huh.
You know, actually, come to think of it, but weren't both of these films directed by Robert Luketich?
What?
Oh, my. Well, hold on. I take that back.
Those posters say one thing, which is that we want women to see this film. That is a female skewing one sheet. That's what it is.
Any women in this room want to see
Just said
either of those movies?
I cannot.
Worst album title ever.
I
for
cannot
Corey.
imagine two least likable people than Katherine Heigl and Ashton Kutcher. I hate them both. I want them both to go away and never
All right,
come
we
back
go.
ever
let's.
again.
That's fine. Now, did you like the movie that you saw?
Well, here's the thing. We didn't see the movie.
What?
What?
Hold on.
We didn't see the movie.
No one has seen the
Explain-
movie.
Yes, explain. Let's
No one
keep
has seen the
going
movie.
into it here.
Well, because look, we've talked about this before, which is that they'll movies that they don't want the press to see, movies that they want to bury, they will either screen on a Thursday evening so that you can't make your press deadlines, or they'll screen it now Friday mornings as a courtesy screening, so that
But this one screened.
Friday. This is going to screen Friday morning.
As we talk right now, nobody has seen it,
Right.
and it comes
No
out in
one.
5 hours.
No reviewers have seen this movie, and even Ebert
Nobody.
was on Twitter not believing that he cannot even screen this movie.
Yep.
He was amazed, that
Yep.
tells you a lot. He can get any movie he wants.
That's
probably.
it.
He wants to see it. He wants to see it.
Yeah.
Yep, and we should point out, too, that there's an interesting backstory to what's going on. Lionsgate, the distributor of the film, has been engaged for over a year now in this horrible battle with Carl Icahn, who's one of the principal investors in Lionsgate, who's been trying to take the company over because he thinks it's run crappily. And Icahn is now in the process of getting into another hostile attempt to take over management of the company. And Lionsgate has $70 million in this movie. This may be the most expensive Lionsgate movie ever. They're normally known for making movies for $20, $30 million tops.
I mean, we're
Or
talking the Saw
acquiring
films.
movies.
The Saw films cost like $6
I
million.
mean, really prudent stuff. I mean, years ago when I talked to Tom Ortenberg, when he was running the company, that was a point of pride, which is studios spend too much on their movies. We make them for $20 million.
Well,
And
What cost $70 million? What cost $70 million in this movie?
so did it cost too much money for the critics to
I
watch it?
think
It's not the case.
they
Not the
spent
case at all.
I think they spent an enormous amount of money on a movie that's clearly a dog, and now they've got Carl Icahn coming at them like an attack dog, and they're afraid that if there
Well-
are any really bad reviews, that they are going to so tank the opening weekend that Icahn may actually pull it off.
It's actually very much like what happened with MGM, with the Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yes,
With Hot Tub
MGM.
Time, with MGM. MGM was on the block, and they were trying to hide Hot Tub Time Machine from critics because they didn't want bad press to further
Yep.
devalue MGM at a
Correct.
time when they were for sale.
Yes.
Now, Lionsgate is not for sale. It's Carl Icahn's trying
No,
to take
but,
over the company.
But this could really look. Just about a week or two ago, they prepared the severance packages for Lionsgate management because they're anticipating that Icahn may pull it off, and it may be because of this movie. So
Well,
there's a lot hanging on this
here's
movie.
Here's interesting. Out to dinner last night, ran into Jason Antoon. I'll name drop. Who from Minority Report, and we did Vamped Out with him, and we were talking about how you guys were going to talk about that no critics were allowed to see this movie.
Yep.
Next to us, this woman goes, "Are you guys talking about Killers?" Yeah. I got to tell you, my boyfriend worked on the film in a big capacity. I'm not going to say what he did. She goes, "We had to go to the premiere, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and nobody in the audience could even take it how bad it was." So, and she just overheard us. She was like a couple seats down. She goes, "I got to tell you guys, you are right. That's why." Because
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I guess critics couldn't see it because it's so bad. That's what we're thinking."
but here's
and that
the-
was it.
what's-
It's horrendous.
What
is
makes
she was
this so comical is that normally studios, and most of the films that get what we call them Friday morning specials, right? Most of the movies that get a Friday morning special screening, they're horrible, and they're horror films, and they're dumb teen sex comedies, and the studio doesn't even try to hide that. They just say, you know what? No point in letting you guys see this. Why bother? It's one of those movies, and no further discussion. Lionsgate is trying to sell this with the biggest hunk of BS you have ever heard in your lives.
Well, let's talk about Mark.
I
talk
have the
about,
BS right here.
Yeah, talk about what they're
This
trying
is
to do.
unbelievable.
Now, in the age of the internet, when this happens, audiences are smart enough to know that it means the movie's not good.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
funny because the studio spends so much time trying to hide the film that people are smart enough to know that if you're hiding the film, it means it's not good.
Yeah.
So Lionsgate is now running themselves into circles trying to justify why they're not screening it.
This is brilliant.
To an audience that at this point is just too smart now. They already know what's up. So this is the release, the Lionsgate press release, explaining why they are not screening the film for critics. This, by the way, not a joke. For that, we have Jill Michelle Millian coming on later. She'll bring the jokes. This, serious. We want to capitalize on the revolution in social media by letting audiences and critics define this film concurrently. In today's socially connected marketplace, we all have the ability to share feedback instantly around the world. In keeping with this spirit, Lionsgate and the filmmakers want to give the opportunity to audiences and critics alike to see Killers simultaneously and share their thoughts in the medium of their choosing. We felt that this sense of immediacy could be a real asset in the marketing of Killers.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer. It's unbelievable.
Game changer.
So basically, they're claiming that they're not screening it because they want us as critics and you as regular people to enjoy together. We'll enjoy it together, and we will share together on the facing and the twitting together.
Where was that press release again?
You and I together, huh?
Where'd you get that press release from?
I stole it off the interweb.
But that was just from Lionsgate? That was Lionsgate press
This
release?
is a Lionsgate
Yeah.
press release.
Yeah.
And then what about, wasn't there the Ashton Kutcher thing where he's going to sneak in? And,
Oh, he's
Ashton
gonna
Kutcher.
What's the BS?
he's gonna pirate
Yeah,
like the first
BS
13 minutes of the
marketing
movie. He's pirating because he is so hip.
Okay, can I say something? That guy is so, God, I want to strangle that guy. Okay, so he goes out there saying at the premiere, he's going to sneak a camera into the premiere and pirate the first 13 minutes and upload it. First of all, it's the premiere, he's the star, he ain't
His
pirating...
company produced the film.
He ain't pirating jack nothing. And,
Nothing.
He's the producer of the film.
And what really pisses me off is that we're at an age now when the studios actually want to stop people from pirating things. They don't want a cool guy like Ashton Kutcher to make it seem like pirating is cool. But the thing is that if Ashton Kutcher were to say we're going to sneak peek the first 13 minutes, that's not cool. Sneak peek, that's not cool. But if you pirate it, oh, it's dangerous. You gotta pirate it, it's dangerous. It's cool with the kids, gotta pirate it. You know, it's just, God, I want to kill that guy.
You add all of this together, and it tells you how incredibly scared and desperate Lionsgate is about this movie. What I don't understand still is, you've got basically a plot that's the same as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, only clearly not as good, with a couple of very mediocre B-level television stars who've never opened a movie, either of them. Neither of them can open a movie. And you spend $70 million more than you've ever spent on any Lionsgate film on this, and you hire Robert Luketic, who just came off a bomb with Katherine Heigl, the same actress. Why?
What did they
What's the
spend?
Tom Cruise movie? Is that I saw the trailer.
Night and Day?
Night and Day.
That's-
They look the same.
Yeah,
Well-
Night and Day looks a little in the same. Yeah, if you
But I
if you have a
trust James Mangold, and I do trust
Yeah,
Tom
absolutely.
Cruise more than I trust...
much more, and Cameron Diaz, for crying out loud. I mean, if you've got a, but look, Shrek and Charlie's Angels, she's opened films. She's been in big
sure.
films. Katherine Heigl, TV series.
Dude, the worst. These people are the worst.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
just,
so we haven't seen Killers, but we hate it anyway because we're those sorts of people.
whoever spent $70 million on this movie,
What did
fired.
they spend $70 million
Fired.
on?
Fired.
They just
Fired.
respect the audience.
They
If
just-
they made
disrespect the
District 9 for $30 million. They spent more than twice as much on this.
Exactly. Makes
What?
no sense. So do me a favor. By the way, if you wind up seeing Killers, I apologize in advance, but let us know what you thought.
Yeah, it'll be on
Why
the
not?
message
Oh,
board.
yeah.
We will have a Killers on this weekend on the stupidformovies.com. Say This Week in Movies on the message board. Please let us know what you thought of it. Or if you watch the we'll put the pirated version. We'll embed that.
Oh, that's
We're
so
gonna embed the pirated version. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be awesome.
Because it's cool. Because Ashton Kutcher, he punks people.
Oh, it's the worst.
That's
cool.
That's old school, man. He's serious, man.
Okay, so hang on. We'll move on in a second. Killers, more or less than $10 million over the weekend.
Ooh.
More or less than 10.
I'm going to say 12.
12. That's not bad.
I'm going to say 12.
Really?
But if it makes 8, I'm not surprised.
Right.